So today we are going to add weight to our character. So basically, if you pick something up like a jerry can or bandage or whatever, it's going to have its own weight and it's going to slow us down eventually. So first things first, let's go into our stats system. And in the event begin, we are gonna, after the delay, we are going to have a cast to main player. What is that? BP main player, just like that. Thing is, why are we casting? Because it doesn't really matter if you use an interface like right here or we cast, because this component is always in the player, so it doesn't really change the fact. So I'm gonna get the owner. So get owner should be get owner. This one, not the actor, the component. Compile and save that and promote it to a variable and call it BP main player, and basically connect all the pins just like that. Okay, so that's basically done. Now we already have the weight increase and decrease. If you don't have it, just create it. It's similar to, I think, increase health. It should be similar to that technically. So we are gonna basically change some stuff right here. So right here on the false, we're just gonna delete everything because we don't really need it right now. And we're gonna make this a little bit bigger. And right after we add the weight, we're gonna have a print string. So we can just see if we are adding it or we are not. Right here, we can basically, there's a drop down. And let's add the color as red. We're gonna have another branch after the print string. So just have a branch, just like that. And the condition will be, if it's greater than, right here, the current weight. So plug in the current weight and plug in the max weight, right here. The other thing that we have to do is click on the max weight and have it as 100 or whatever. You can have it 250, 200, I don't care. I'm gonna have it 100, so that's the max that we can carry, and it should be on the false. So the false will go into the third branch, but the true will have a return node and it's gonna be checked, so we have a full pocket. Now what we have to do is delete this right here where we set the current weight to the max weight. Delete that and just plug it like that. Okay, so now we have to create one more thing. So we have to go into our interaction system right here, AC interaction, and we have drop item right here, a function called drop item. We're gonna actually not delete that, sorry. We're gonna duplicate, so Control D to duplicate and call it F drop drop item / weight. So that basically means it's gonna drop the item with the weight in it. And we need two of them because you'll see it's gonna get buggy if you don't. And for the drop item / weight, we are going to have our BP main player, right? And the function called decrease weight, just this one. So basically plug that into the true and go into the spawn actor. The weight is from right here, item info, just break the stats and plug in the weight, just like that. And that's basically it. Now one more thing, let's go into add item to our inventory. And right here after true, the first branch where we check if it's valid, and right here it drops, right? Right here after true, we are gonna do F decrease. Basically the same thing, so just get the player decrease weight. And the weight will be from the stats, so let's break it the weight, plug that in. It's a little bit ugly, I know. It's a big mess, man. It's a big mess. Right here at the end of it, we are gonna have the same thing basically, but this time increase weight. Just like that. And get the weight and plug that in. So basically what we are doing right here is if there is an item in our slot and we are trying to pick it up, it's gonna decrease the weight and drop the item. But if you want to add the item, it's gonna do the functions, right? The basic shit, and it's gonna add weight to our player. And the weight is the item's weight right here. Now let's go back to our stats item or stats system. Right here at increase weight, at the false, we are gonna get the player, main player, and do the drop item / weight. And the actor is the main, the BP main player. Plug that into the false, just like that, and have a return node full pockets, just like that. So basically what it does the same thing right here. It decreases the weight and it drops the item. Okay, now what we have to do is what we actually gonna do is going back to the AC interaction system. We are not gonna increase the weight by doing this, so just disconnect that, and right here at the stats, delete, remove this variable, just like that. We're gonna have a different variable right there. We are going to add a different variable called item info, and this will be the st. I think it was item information. Break that, break the stats, and now put this weight right here as the second, the b value where we basically add the weight. So basically how it should look like, we basically add the current weight. To the current weight we add this weight. Why we are doing this not like that? Because it doesn't work for some reason, and this is the only way I found it worked. So basically copy all of this. So basically what we're doing, we get the item information, getting the weight, and we're basically adding the item's weight to our weight. Makes sense, right? So at the so basically everything here is done. Not really, I lied. It's not done. Right here where we added the new branch where it's greater than the max weight. If it's true, we are not gonna decrease the weight. We are just gonna drop the item. That's why we had to create two of them. So now we're gonna get the BP main player and do the normal drop item. That's the only reason we did it. Because if there is an item we don't really want to decrease it, we're basically just gonna drop it. Of course, what you can do, you can add so you cannot pick the item up and have like an indicator, but I like it this way. So now that's done. On the decrease weight, we basically don't change anything. We just delete these nodes right here, current weight, where we set the current weight to 0, just delete that. Right here where it's greater than or equal to, we have to change it to less than or equal to. Everything should be the same, and we can add a print string right after we decrement. Add that right here, and let's change the color to some sort of blue. So that's basically done. Now what we want to do is go into our base interaction item. Right here where it's st item information, add that to instance editable and exposed on spawn. That's basically that. Now go back to interaction system, and right here we have a new variable, item information. Just plug in the st item info. Now we're gonna add the weight or the variables to it. So go to our items. We have jerry cans, so open that up. and item stats, and let's add a weight of 50, for example. Let's have a bandage. This will be, for example, 5. And if we play, and for example, pick this up, you can... Oh, it says 0. Oh. Okay, so basically the problem is that the drop item / weight should be switched with this one right here, drop item. So they should just be switched. I don't know why I did that. So just switch them around basically. Should look like this. Just like that. So now if we try to pick it up, it doesn't work. Okay, so I found a problem. It's in the interaction system where we actually add the item. It should not be the SD item info. It should be the copy of it right here. So inventory, selected item, that's why it says 0, because we need the item itself, not the information. So now if we try it, we pick it up, you can see we picked up 50. Pick this up, now we have 55. Drop it. I don't know why it didn't say anything. Broken.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Go into our G core, our BP main player, and let's find the input section. Right here where we drop the items, we have to switch it to F drop item weight. So now it should basically do work without any bugs. So it should look like this. So now if we play, pick this up, drop it, bam, you can see. And we can pick this up, pick that up, we have 60 weight, now 55, 50, and 0. Bro, I swear. So basically why it does it, it's really simple. Going into interaction system, right here, carry item, you can see we have non-weapon consumable empty. So just plug that into the static mesh, the empty static mesh, where there's basically nothing in it. Just plug everything like that. That's it. That's our solution to this bug. So pick everything up. Yeah. And you can see it works perfectly fine. You can switch them around. The weight will switch as well. So if you enjoyed, subscribe or do something like that. And yeah.